Hello guys, hope you're doing great, and in this video I'm going to talk about code in place diagnostic solutions. But before starting, I'd like to say that the way these videos are helping you, if you start the repository in the link, that will help me. And as we live in the same planet, so I hope you will understand. Let's proceed. The first question is Astronaut height test. So what we have to do here is we have to enter a height and check if it's in the range of 1.6 and 1.9, and then we can say a thing. If it's less than 1.6, we'll print another thing, and if it's greater than 1.9, we'll say another thing. So how we'll do it, say A is the input, and the input should be in float because it couldn't be in int because we have 1.75, 2.0, 1.6 kind of things. So first we'll check if A is less than 1.6, then we'll print that. If A is greater than 1.9, we'll print that, and else we'll print the correct height. You may wonder why we do that. Why can't we use for A in range 1.6 to 1.9? It doesn't work like that. The range function works on integers, so we cannot do like that. And we have to check three functions then, and here we have to check two only. If it's greater, if it's lesser, and otherwise it's common sense, it should be in this range. Okay, so it's the solution, and you can run these codes in other IDE to check. I use Gigs for Gigs IDE. It's an online IDE, but you can check anywhere, it will work, even on table. It's a simple thing. You have to use a loop. Just check what we have to do. We have to take 1 to 100, okay, and a variable name max number, which is written 100 here, already declared, and we have to check if a number is odd or even, and we have to print it. So what we will do here, we'll say for I in range 1 to 100. You may wonder why I'm using max number plus 1, because it will exclude the last number is getting excluded in range, so we have to plus 1, so 1 to 101, so it will take 1 to 100. You got it? Okay. And if it's divisible by 2, it will print even, else it will print odd. It's very simple. You can run on IDEs. Question 3, Karel makes waves. It's really easy. What we'll do, we'll create, how many times we have to do it? We have to 1, 2, 3, 4. So you count it. We have to do the same task for 4 times. So first we'll create a loop for I in range 4. Okay, so one task will be done 4 times. So first thing, we have to put a beeper. So first thing, put beeper, and then we'll move to here and turn left. He just turned left. Then again, then put beeper, then again move, then put beeper, then turn around, move, turn left, and then move. So this is the function he have to do. Okay, and if front is clear, you may think why I'm using front is clear, because in this case the front is not clear, so it will give an error. So I'm using this if statement, so we don't get an error. Okay, and this problem, non-decreasing, was really good problem, I'll say, because it took me 30 minutes to solve, but it's done now. What do we have to do? Just check. We have to enter, we don't know what is the range. We cannot define that it is n times. You can enter 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and you can go on. The program should go on. But in this case, what do you have to do? If it is decreasing, right, 1 to 0, it's decreasing, -1 to -2, it's decreasing. So in these cases we have to stop and say the sequence length. So what we're doing here, first we're telling the entire sequence of non-decreasing numbers, like it's printing here, and G is float input. We're taking a float input because we're taking numbers and it's including float points, so we'll use float input. And a dot append G is a list. A is a list, and G is the number we just got. So you may wonder why I am adding a thing here, and then I'm using a loop to add things here. The thing is, we have to check the list. And how do you know how to check list? Let me show you. First, suppose the list is 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, now see what is the numbering of it. 0, the 1 is 0, 0th step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the other way of numbering is 0, and it will start from here, -1. So the last thing is -1, -2. So this thing is -2 in this way: -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Okay, so we're using the same format. We're using this format here. A of -2, A is the least. A of -2 means the last one, and A of -1 means the last one. Okay, so then we will check if this one is lesser than this one, then we'll conclude that it's not going in, and our sequence length is str I plus 1, and I is 0. So whenever it is else, I mean whenever it is not true, it will increase the I1. So that's why it is working. You can run and you can understand how it's going on. And the last thing is okay. And the last thing is here, debugging and tracing. And this is a cube problem as we have to run it. When you run it, it will not show any error, but it will print wrong, because it's what we have to do is check the question. N is 10. If it's even, it will n equals to n by 2 means it has to be 5, because 10 is even, right? And if it was 11, we have to do 11 plus 1 means 12 by 2 means an answer should be 6. So what is happening here? We are giving n equals to 10, and the output we are getting is 10. You can run the code in IDEs like that. So why is that happening? It is happening because we don't return anything. This is just happening here. The functions are doing its work, but it is not getting returned. So we are returning n, int n, okay? And we'll print divide and round n, means we'll print this function with the return statement. So we have changed the code here, and all the code links are given in the video description, so you can check that. The code is done here. Nice to see you guys. Please don't forget to start the repository, because it is really helpful for me, like these solutions are for you. Nice to see you guys. Bye.